There's a power within you that lies dormant, waiting, not for the right time, not for permission, but for your awareness. You have always been more than a body, more than a personality, more than your past. You are a multidimensional being with access to realms and realities that stretch far beyond the five senses. And when you begin to tap into this infinite potential, you don't just change your life. You become supernatural. The journey begins with a single realization. The inner world creates the outer world. The moment you wake up to the idea that your thoughts, your emotions, and your state of being are not merely responses to the environment, but powerful forces that shape your reality, you step into the field of creation. You stop living as a victim to circumstances and begin creating from a place of consciousness. Most people live in a cycle, thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, performing the same actions, and experiencing the same outcomes. Their biology, their chemistry, their neural patterns all reflect the past. But the past is not the truth. It is merely a record. And the moment you begin to think differently, feel differently, and act differently, you start signaling new genes in new ways. You start altering the architecture of your brain. You begin to break the addiction to the familiar self. Your brain is not hardwired. Your body is not fixed. Neuroplasticity and epigenetics tell us that change is not only possible, it's natural. You are designed to evolve, but you must go beyond the analytical mind. You must break the habit of being yourself. To become supernatural, you must enter the unknown. And the unknown is where all potential exists. When you sit down and silence the external world, closing your eyes, removing the distractions, and turning your attention inward, you begin to shift your awareness from matter to energy, from form to frequency. The heart slows down. The brainwaves change. You move from beta into alpha and theta. And as the body begins to rest and the mind begins to open, you become more than a person. You become a consciousness. This is the realm where healing happens, where manifestations occur, and where synchronicities align. This is the quantum field, the space of infinite intelligence and unbounded possibility. And it does not respond to what you want. It responds to who you are being. It responds to coherence. When your heart and brain are in harmony, when your elevated emotions align with clear intentions, you become a magnet to new realities. But this takes practice. It takes intention. It takes surrender. The moment you begin to feel gratitude for a future event before it has manifested, you are telling the body it is already happening. You are conditioning your inner world to reflect the experience of the outcome. And the body doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. It begins to believe. It begins to change. You begin. And every time you do that, you move closer to the version of yourself that already exists in the quantum field. The version that is abundant, healed, loved, and limitless. But it requires you to let go. Let go of the story. Let go of the identity that was built on past experiences. Let go of the emotions that keep you tethered to the old self. That fear, that guilt, that unworthiness, they are chemical records of the past. And the more you revisit them, the more you anchor yourself in an old timeline. To become supernatural, you must transcend the personality. You must become no one, no thing, nowhere, in no time. Because only then can you step into everything, everyone, everywhere, and every time. That's when the mystical begins to unfold. That's when the veil lifts. That's when the extraordinary becomes your new normal. Miracles are not accidents. They are the result of coherence. They happen when the observer aligns with the observed, when intention and emotion merge into a signal so powerful it reorders the fabric of reality. Healing, abundance, freedom, love, all of it exists as potential in the quantum. You are not here to wait for them. You are here to become them. The key is consistency, repetition, daily alignment. You meditate not to escape reality, but to create it. You tune in not to feel better for a moment, but to feel your future into being. Every time you return to the present moment, every time you overcome the mind that wants to wander, the body that wants to move, the habits that want to distract, you take back your power. And when you stay in the present long enough, the unknown begins to reveal itself. The pineal gland in the center of your brain is like a radio antenna. When you begin to activate it, You tune into frequencies beyond the visible spectrum. You begin to see beyond the veil of matter. Visions, downloads, information from the field, they are not hallucinations. They are communications. You are interacting with intelligence that exists beyond the body. This is what happens when the Kundalini rises, when the energy moves from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. It is not mystical poetry. It is the movement of life force through the central channel. And when it reaches the brain, it awakens latent potentials. It unlocks genius. It opens gateways to other dimensions. Your destiny is not something you find. It is something you remember, because it is already written in the field. You are here to evolve. You are here to awaken. You are here to create. And everything you need is within you. The body can heal in real time. The mind can be rewired in days. Emotions can be transmuted into energy. But you must do the work. You must be greater than the conditions in your environment. You must rise above the program. You must become conscious of the unconscious. Most people live their lives in a hypnotic state, repeating patterns, reliving trauma, reacting to the ixter.
It's about learning how to regulate your energy. It's about knowing that you are the creator of your state, and your state is your destiny. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel is a signal you send to the field, and the field mirrors it back. The question is, what are you broadcasting? When you align your thoughts with your heart, when your intention is infused with elevated emotion, you become coherent. And coherence is the key to transformation. It's the key to becoming supernatural. The heart leads, the brain follows, and together, they create a harmonic resonance that allows you to access higher intelligence. You begin to receive insights you could never think your way into. You begin to trust your inner guidance. You begin to live in flow. Time becomes nonlinear. Synchronicities increase. You think of someone and they call. You imagine an outcome and it appears. Not because it's magic, but because you are in tune with the field. You are no longer separate from the reality you wish to create. You are it. The work is not to get something. The work is to become someone. Every time you meditate, you are rehearsing the new self. You are practicing being the version of you that is already whole, already abundant, already free. And the more you embody that energy, the more familiar it becomes. Until one day you wake up and it's not a practice anymore, it's who you are. The supernatural is not reserved for the few. It is available to anyone who chooses to live with awareness, intention, and heart. It is not about escaping the human experience. It's about transcending limitation. You are still in a body. You still live in time, but you are no longer bound by it. You become the observer, the alchemist, the creator, and from that place nothing is impossible.